My name is Catherine Sipineri, and I have a confession to make. I started to notice that my breasts were starting to lose some of their excitement and appeal, and it was starting to really depress me. So I thought I needed to come up with a way to add a little bit of life back into my chicken breast. So I turned to my all-time favorite Philadelphia cream cheese for some inspiration, and I came up with a creamy, dreamy filling that's going to take our chicken breast to a whole nother level. So let's get started. Let me show you what I did. First, we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Then I have a chicken breast that I put between two pieces of plastic wrap, and we're going to pound them out, and we want to start in the center and go towards the outside. That helps keep them nice and even. Now if you've had a bad day, this is a good chance to take out some of that tension. Now hopefully you didn't have too bad of a day, because you want to make sure you're just tenderizing your chicken and not terrorizing your chicken. Alright, this looks pretty good. We want it about 1/4 inch thick and pretty even all the way around. So just about like that. So now we're going to take our chicken breast and set it aside, and we're going to get started on that cream cheese filling. So first we're going to take a medium-sized sweet yellow onion, I like the sweet yellow ones, and we're going to cut it in half and use half of this. But before I start cutting, I do have to use my onion goggles. Now I've tried just about everything I could think of to keep my eyes from watering. I even heard that if you put a piece of bread in your mouth, that would help keep your eyes from watering. But all I ended up with was one soggy piece of bread all over my onion. It was a complete mess. And then one day I saw Paula Deen using these onion goggles, and I thought, wow, what a great idea, how smart, why didn't I think of that? So I ordered a pair right away, and they're fabulous. I just love the way they work. No more runny eyes. Now I'm also going to chop these onions really small, so I'm going to put them in my little chopper here. And we're going to chop them really fine. Paul, I just have to thank you for these glasses. You never know what you're going to learn when you watch your shows. It's just so great. Okay, we're going to chop these really fine. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to take our onions, and we're going to go saute them with some mushrooms, some spinach, and a little bit of garlic. And we're going to move over to our stove. Okay, so now we have our onions sauteed in our pan, and I have about a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter. So just sauteing and breaking down a little bit. And we're going to add about a pinch of salt, because that does also help the onions kind of break down and get nice and translucent. And then I'm just going to add a pinch of pepper. Oh, it smells good. And to this now we're going to add 1 cup of chopped mushrooms. And those are going to saute for just a minute here. And then we're going to add 3 ounces of our spinach. And this is baby spinach, and it's going to look like a lot, but it melts down really quickly. So as the spinach now is starting to just wilt down and blend in here with our mushrooms and our onions, right here at the end I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic. So I have a piece of garlic in my little press here, if I can get that in there. There we go. And I'm just squeezing this right here at the end, because I like just that extra little punch and kick that garlic's going to give to this nice mixture we have. So there we go, it's just about ready. It's just going to cook for another minute here. Nice color. Oh, the flavors, it smells so good. Oh, that's great. Okay, so now we're going to go take this and add it to our cream cheese. Alright, we have 6 ounces of our Philadelphia cream cheese, and I'm using the 1/3 less fat because I think Philadelphia does such a great job of taking out some of those calories and fat and leaving in all that absolutely great flavor. So might as well save a few calories, and it works great in this recipe. So now we're going to add all that wonderful onion and spinach and mushrooms and a little bit of garlic into our cream cheese. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside, and then we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes, and these are already chopped, and they've been packed in olive oil and sorry, I forgot my spoon. Olive oil and some Italian seasoning. Now, if you can't find ones that already have the Italian seasoning, you can always add a teaspoon of your own Italian seasoning mixture. And then last but not least, we're going to add a half a cup, and I found this Kraft Italian 3 cheese, and it has provolone, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese in it. So we're going to add a half a cup of that just to give it another little bit of extra goodness in here. And it just looks so beautiful. It has all the colors of red and green. It'd be great to make at Christmas time. Okay, so now this is mixed up, we're going to go ahead and add this inside our chicken breast. Alright, so now we're going to take about 1 to 2 tablespoons of our mixture and put it inside our chicken breast. Just like that. And we're going to roll it up. And we're going to take it and kind of tuck in the sides and just sort of roll it up like that. And then we're going to take it and roll it into, I have a cup of panko crumbs and Italian seasoning crumbs. And the reason I use both is because I like the flavor that the Italian seasoning mix gives it, but I also like that little extra crunch that the pankos add to it. So we're going to just take it like that, and then we're going to take our chicken and put it inside an oiled muffin tin. I have some olive oil in here. So we're just going to take it seam side down and stick it right inside our muffin tin, just like that. Now, we're going to take a little bit of olive oil cooking spray, spray the top, because as that cooks, it's going to get nice and brown and really crispy. So we're going to put this in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes until it cooks all the way through. I've taken our chicken breast out of the oven, and before we move on, I just want to let you know a couple things. One, our cream cheese filling should fill at least 8 chicken breasts. Now, if you still have some filling left over, don't worry, because it makes a great spread for sandwiches or even as a dip. Also, I've used a very large size muffin tin pan. This is called the Texas size. So if you don't have this large muffin tin, don't worry, you can just take your chicken breasts and cut them in half, and that'll work perfectly. All right, let's take this out and see what we have here. It just pops right out very easily. I just love the shape that the muffin tin gives our chicken breast. We're going to cut it in half. Are you getting this close up? Just like that. And look at how beautiful that presentation is. Get all that beautiful filling inside. Now I'm going to just set this right here on top of a bed of spinach with some basil. There we go. That looks so pretty. And I'll wipe my hands here so I can maybe cut myself a piece to taste. Kind of a large piece. I'm going to cut a smaller piece there. Oh, this looks so beautiful. Get that tomato. Oh my goodness. That tastes amazing. You are going to absolutely love this. I feel like I have a party going on inside my mouth. So if you feel like your chicken breast could use a little life added back into it, try this recipe. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.